Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, yet again to the Logitech G Esports League. This is the PUBG tournament. It is the league stage, and this is going to be day number 4. I am Aditya Adi Shah, and joining me is the dapper-looking colleague of mine, Nitish Assassin 47 Nair. How are you doing, buddy? It is day 4. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited actually. I was just looking at the leaderboard, by the way, and I'm getting more and more excited because of that. Well, I am definitely sure that you have a lot to talk about the leaderboard as well. But before that, yes, warm welcome to all of our lovely viewers who are watching the Logitech G Esports League PUBG PC Showdown. Well, first of all, a huge shout out to our sponsors, Logitech G, for making this tournament possible. If you guys are looking to get yourselves some gaming peripherals, you guys should better check out the Logitech G Starter Kit, which my partner Adi is definitely going to be talking about it in a few minutes as well. But Adi,
Yeah.
I'm doing absolutely fine, and I just can't wait to see what exactly Day 4 has to offer us.
Yeah, I mean, day 4 is going to be really exciting, I think, especially because like the leaderboards, right? Like for the first 2 days, it was just Saber Esports running away with it. They were on top by quite a margin, right? And then on day 3, we saw Argus come up, and if we can just bring it up on the screen, right? The leaderboards. The thing is, Argus now is, you can see that 69 points, a level which 69 level with Zeus Esports, and all of a sudden, like they just showed up and completely blitzed the day. They completely blitzed the day, and I think they finished first on the last game of day 2, as of day 3 rather, and also second in the first game of day 3. So, and quite a few kills as well for them, 19, if I do believe.
Yes, indeed. Argus with them 69 points on the table. Following them is Zeus Esports on the 69 points as well. But again, the kill is in favor of Argus, by the way. 43 total kills in the 3 days of the tournament that happened, and we are diving into the 4th one. So might be possible Zeus Esports, if they are feeling it today, they can easily just, make their way on top of the leaderboard. They were on the top of the leaderboard in day number 2. And now Argus, they have stolen that spot from the hands of Zeus Esports. Now, the interesting thing is Placid is sort of catching up as well, and also talking about Placid. The thing is, their top fragger, that is Wolfigai, is right now the top fragger of the entire tournament till day number 3. He has got himself 18 total kills, Adi, and that is quite a lot, by the way.
That is a lot, and in fact, he's basically hot on his heels is Orange from Argus as well. So they are doing pretty well as well. Like I think they're fragging out. Like a lot of the teams are playing specifically for frags, even Walnut Mine, like for Placid. And you can see that in the leaderboards as well, right? Where Placid comes up into the 3rd spot. But I think today is going to be really exciting. I do believe that we are ready to get into the game. So why don't we hop into the game?
Let's go.
Yes, the game is live, and it is a little bit of an interesting played path. It is slightly north, I would say, like northeast-ish of the map. Maybe just going straight over Yasnaya, and then going straight across the map onto about the north, rather south Georgia Pole, and it's a decent playing path. I mean, maybe a little to kind of like going to the military island, they're going to be a little cheesed off by the plane path. I do believe that's UGG as well as Crusaders who really like going to military island. So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to pick up a few vehicles and then head that way.
Oh yes, indeed. We are definitely going to be seeing a lot of fight happen over towards Georgia Paul as well, considering the fact that the plane path was sort of favoring that specific spot on the map. But again, if you just quickly, pull up the interesting stat that our lovely team at Gaming Monk Esports have given us. We're going to be seeing, mostly Team Argus. They love to drop close towards Hospital and in the middle of Georgia Paul and Hospital. So let's see where exactly they have gone today as well. And it does look like that Argus have indeed dropped down over towards Hospital, Adi.
Yeah, it does look like they are near Hospital, and that's a change for them. I think they usually do go Hospital either way, and the circle way, which has popped now, is going to really benefit them as well, because it's basically centered around Georgia Pole, around North Georgia Pole, in fact. And as I'm looking at the little notes that Rachit gave us, right, Rach is live, who's also a player in this tournament. I'm glad that he could share that with us, because another one of the landing spots for UGG is in fact North Georgia Pole. So straight out of North Georgia Pole, and they've gone there, and they're centered in the map. So they're gonna have so much time to loot up, and they're gonna just be able to hold on to that real estate in sector 1, what I like to call of North George, which is the east side, and they're gonna be able to cut off so many rotations. And in fact, if they just camp that bridge, I think it's gonna be a bit of a firecracker of a start.
Oh, talking about firecracker of a start, if you look at Zeus Esports, they've already got themselves 2 kills right at the start of this specific matchup. Now, where exactly are they playing, though, is going to be the important question, because right now they might be surrounded by a team or two, so they need to be very, very careful. This is the start of the specific match, so the drops and loots and stuff like that, they need to be very, very careful as to where exactly they are placing themselves, where exactly are they gonna go next, because the circle, as you mentioned it the last time, Adi, is half water actually. Now, Psycho Gaming and the entirety of Team Underground Gaming, I'm gonna try and take control of that small little bridge over there, whereas we do see a team close by to them. We've also got Argus, who might actually go ahead and take the fight on towards Instant Esports really, really soon. Instant Esports are just way too close. And as soon as Argus's Nitec is going to cross over with the vehicle that he is in currently, we're going to be looking at a lot more fight, which is going to happen close towards Georgia Pole and the hospital area as well. Right now, Fat Ninja and team, that is Team 4F. They're getting themselves into the circle. They're moving in towards Gatka. Gatka actually is a place where you might not find the best of the loot. But again, they might have got themselves covered if I'm not wrong, because they dropped somewhere close towards, I think, the middle of Quarry and Pachinki. So I think they're just gonna, sort of try and go towards Gatka, find some ammunition if they can. Because right now, ammunition is key. And all of these players, they're very, very close to each other. So, Underground Gaming. Oops, we're going to be getting ourselves a bit of a network lag, but it's all fine right now. Underground Gaming, as I was saying, Eddie Summit is going to start things off, going to get himself the frag on towards Nitec, as well as Bharat, not bad. Whereas Plaben, I am not really sure, he just jumped out of the plane and died. He didn't open his parachute for some reason. Died of falling or what? I've got no idea. But yeah, he is from Team... hold on a second. Plabon is from Team Instant Esports, if I'm not wrong, because Instant Esports is Dominargy. I can see him right there. Plabon, I didn't see him actually the last time. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on the specific setup coming in from all of these teams?
Yep, sorry, I disappeared for a while there because I was fixing an issue with my mic. I think it should be fixed now. So, yeah, the setups are amazing, and I think already 6 minutes into the game, we're already seeing so many rotations coming in. And this time, I do want to point out that I believe it's Crusaders, Danny S's team. They've actually rotated really, really quickly, and they've already found themselves inside North George in Sector 3, and it's going to be interesting. It's basically going to be really interesting to see how this pans out, because it is a really strong. It's a bit of a circle, I have to say. A lot of teams have to rotate around. A lot of teams are in trouble already, because there's just a few bridges for everyone to cross by, and already Placid is trying to take a few frags west of Yasnaya. They're basically zone camping west of Yasnaya already.
Yeah, I do think so that the circle is going to shrink further down close towards Jojopol or even towards Zarki, because you never know. Right now, half of the circle is in just water. So let's just hope that all of these teams are going to have enough ground to sort of, hold on to the gunfights that they're going to get in the possible final phases of this specific matchup. Right now, Team 4F and Zeus Esports might actually go head on and fight it out close towards Ruins or Gatka, because Team Zeus Esports, they are straight away headed into where Team 4F have camped themselves. So, look at this. Oh, there you go. The fire has already started. Deadshot. He's going to be shot dead down to the ground now, knocked out. He has to get himself some cover. Well, never mind. Rachit Panwar is going to be making it a bit more easy. He's going to be like, you don't have to struggle, buddy. I'm just going to finish you off right now. Whereas Fear, he is so scared. Fear is actually legit scared. He's just running away, He's like, I am not going to get out there and take a fight. Because Rachit Panwar, he has got himself an SLR, and I'm not going to be facing that beast.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely don't want to fight it so early, right? Because they want to kind of survive. They are tied in points on the top of the table right now. So you want Zeus Esports to kind of survive and not give away too much too soon. So yeah, they lost a player, but they're gonna, at least 3 of them are up, and they're just gonna avoid that fight completely, and they're gonna live to fight another day or another hour or another minute, considering how quickly this game kind of passes you by. But yeah, I mean, with Zone 1 already closing, it's a lot of action already. I mean, like I said, the bridge camping is real. Most of the bridges are camped right now.
Yeah, the bridge camping is going to be insane, Adi. We might also see a lot of snakes hiding behind those destroyed cars as well. Well, let's just hope that it doesn't come to that, because I really don't want these fine players to just lie down on the ground and patiently wait for these players to show up so that they can start firing. But for now, Team 4F, all of their players are alive and kicking. There's no sorts of damage dealt whatsoever. They've got themselves 1 kill as well, all thanks to Rachit Panwar and his, beautiful recoil control with the SLR. But right now, Danny S. thinks he's taking that fight on towards Zerkstein. Zerkstein is down.
That's what I was talking about, right? Most of the bridges are camped, and Danny S's team, which is Crusaders, they've actually camped the bridge which is connecting South George to North George Pole as well. And it's interesting, right? Don't you like? I mean, they're kind of running away from the fight now, but I'm not sure why they didn't stay there to try to finish it off. The zone has shifted a little bit, but they're still in the circle. It's not like they need to move. They don't need to hustle right now. Basically, they can just chill out a bit and maybe frag out a little bit. But it seems like they just want to bug out of there. And a lot of the teams already, by the way, they've kind of moved into the next zone already, into the phase 2 zone, which is cut slightly more north, and it's basically centered around the dead area of the plane. The plane crash. It's basically centered around there, just east of North George and just west of shooting range. And there's in fact a little drop there available to players as well.
Yeah, we're also going to be seeing a bit of a fight being taken between Team RC and Team Placid, close towards the shooting range. They're sort of fighting at the edge of this circle. Zero is down, and there you go. Walnut Mine is going to finish him off with the SLR. And I do think so that between those two fights, right, I think the most, I don't know, I'm trying to find the right word here, because I think so. A team that might benefit from that fight might be Legend Gaming and Translucent and team, because they're sort of just striving away from the fight. They're not taking it. I think so. They're trying to go in for the loot as well near shooting range, but the loot is entirely surrounded. And we're also going to be seeing Eddie Sumit getting 1 more frag. That means a total of 2 kills, if I'm not wrong, for Eddie Sumit at this point. And the man is just going absolutely berserk at this point, Adi.
Yeah, it definitely is. And sorry, I'm just a little confused about what's on my screen right now. But yeah, I mean, looking at the map right as of now, because it's kind of been good to Placid as well, because they were sort of camping just west of Yasaya on the bridge there near the little lake. And now they've been able to move into the circle as well, pretty much unharmed. But they're actually going to run into Manic Men at shooting range, which is going to be a little bit of a problem because Manic Men are pretty good with the trigger. They're really good with the trigger, I would say.
Yep, they're really good. Especially Roy.
Yeah,
The man
there you go.
is.
He's on your screen as well, and he's bearing down on Acolytic, and there you go. Acolytic's going to be taken down, not going to be finished off just yet. But never mind, Manic Men. Roy, he's a maniac. He's going to pay for it. He's definitely going to pay for it because of being an absolute maniac. Dante is actually going to take him down, and he's probably going to be finished off as well. But Dante is being flanked by a couple of players of Manic Men as well. There is just so much happening right now. I'm not even sure that... I think Dante is aware, but there you go, Salman on your screen. Oh my god, there is just so much happening. But oh, Wolfie guy, he's going to run over Roy, and he's going to try to save Acolytic, and he might just be able to res him just in time. No, he's not going to be able to do it. Dante Man's going to fall as well to Man Sahab as well. And oh my god. That's...
Actually, the interesting thing was, from the side of Team Manic Man, I saw Mr. Hardwell, who was kind of way too far. He was close towards, I'm not sure, like he was just way too far from the circle. It was in the blue zone. And I'm not really sure what happened. Is he bugged or something like that? But yeah, finally he is going to be back into the fight as well. Salman trying to use the Scar. It's been a long time since I saw the Scar in action. Like the teams usually just tend to go for the Barrel M762, the AKM, the M416. I haven't seen the Scar L in a long freaking time.
Yeah, I mean, it basically depends what you pick up, a Scar or an M416, depending on if you like it. Depending on what you're going to use as a secondary weapon. It's like if I would use an SLR, then I would generally pick up a barrel or an AK myself as well. But if I was going to use a Kar 98 or a M24 or a Mosin Nagant, you would want to pick up a 5.56 rifle because long range, especially the M416, it is a lot more viable as an SLR replacement versus, say, an AK or a barrel, because they're just hard to control and there's a lot of damage drop off on the AK. The Scar as well actually has a lower fire rate, but it is kind of the easiest gun in
goes down, it's not going to be good. So he's just trying to play time here, or just trying to distract the players from Zara Underground Gaming, while his teammates already cross over to the other side. So Ratchet, Ripper, and Dark X are going to be making their way out of that specific spot in a different vehicle, whereas Fat Ninja 47 is going to be buying time for the team so that they can, sort of just make their way out of that fight.
He actually hightailed it out of there as well, by the way. He just was like, nope. He noped out of that fight, and he's just going across to another, through the other bridge, which is kind of, luckily for him, not camped. But he's slowed it down and he's checking it out. You can see it on the map there as well. He's so very alone at the south end of the circle, and he's going to find out that it's clear, and he's going to try to move in, while his teammates have actually made a nice little base camp for themselves in the little ridges that have been created by the plane crash in the center of the new circle. While there is Proji and his team as well, right about there, right towards the east of the plane as well. And it's kind of an open area, by the way. And it's going to be a little difficult for them to move in because of 4F's position. And RTN official, by the way, in all the chaos, I think they only have one player alive.
RTN official actually only have... I forgot the name. Yeah, Ferris YouTube. Ferris YouTube left out. I think so. No. Actually, RTN official, all of the players are alive. We've got Proji, we have got Ferris, but actually, Proji and Proji and Abhi, they're making their way over there. We're going to be seeing Jishnu. It's going to be going down.
I don't see them. I think they are pretty much out for the count. But by the way, talking about out for the count, Crusaders, they're down and out. They've been absolutely annihilated by Instinct Esports. Towards the southwest of the map, we missed the action, but that was like an instantaneous 3 or 4 kills coming in by Instinct. So I'm assuming that Crusaders were in a vehicle and they just got sprayed the hell down.
Instinct Esports, as always. The guys are known to dominating the battlefield. Also, Dominar, on day number 2, we did see him with an interesting flank, but again, was not able to do much. So let's see if he's going to be able to, sort of fix the mistakes that he did the last time. So this time around, though, they're playing a bit more safe. They do take the fights. They try and just bounce in onto the players who just, sort of come straight into their crosshairs. And just like this, just what Instant Esports did to a different team. Underground Gaming did the exact same thing to Instant Esports. So Instant Esports
I like how the screen
they try and just bounce in onto the players who just,
it was basically
sort of
all 4
come
kills,
straight into their crosshairs. And just like this, just what Instant Esports did to a different team. Underground Gaming did the exact same thing to Instant Esports. So Instant Esports are
Argus. I like how the screens and Argus just have 2 players alive as well. Because it was basically that all 4 have 3 alive. So at the top of the table, things are looking good for Zeus Esports right now. Underground Gaming. While heads up, while Kryptonite gets now they're going to have another heads-up duel. Which is
Kryptonite haven't had the best of the time in this specific tournament, at least till now. Like the boys try to survive till phase number 5 or 6 every single time, but today they got eliminated in phase number 4 itself. Oh man, that is like quite an unfortunate moment over there. Kryptonite haven't had the best of the time in this specific tournament, at least till now. Like the boys try to survive till phase number 5 or 6 every single time, but today they got eliminated in phase number 4 itself. That is like quite an unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean. The next zone is in, by the way, and 4F are still center circle. And now is about the time where I believe it's like phase 5, where you don't want to be center circle. It kind of works out badly for you because you get pinched by multiple teams.
Well, look at Salman and the idea of Manic Men. They're just camping behind rocks and trees, trying to find the perfect amount of cover because they've already lost one of their comrades, that is Roy. And Roy was
badly for you because you get pinched by multiple teams.
Well, look at Salman and the entirety of Manic Men. They're just camping behind rocks and trees, trying to find the perfect amount of cover because they've already lost one of their comrades, that is Roy. And Roy was a very important part of the team. Like Roy always does some insane stuff and then he dies. Adi, every single day, okay? Sometimes he's just on top of the building. Sometimes he's just out there in the open. He's just right there with his SLR and the Mini 14. He's just tapping away faces, but then the next second, his face is gone.
I mean, he's a bad man, right? Maybe that's where the name comes from as well. Like, but yeah, I mean, on your screens now, Fear from Zeus Esports, they found themselves a good little hill and a good little shack to move into the zone from now as well. Like you could see it, like they have basically this entire side of the map, the southeast of the map, clear to themselves, which is good for their chances to take back that top spot from Argus. Because oh my god, in fact they're gonna have a fight. It's just 8 teams alive, and Sphere, he's running into Argus, and they're being shot as well. In fact, the fight's already on. Instinct's taken down, Rish God, and Orange is going to be taken down by Fear as well. And goodbye, Argus. And Zeus Esports, they're going to probably take top spot again, just because of that. They've eliminated Argus.
Well, when I saw them, with 69 points, just like Argus, I knew that Zeus Esports are gonna be like, you know what, guys, you're only ahead of us in terms of kills. It's just gonna take that spot from you. You're gonna be right there on the top. like our bloods are boiling at this point. And I do think so that Team RC are going to be eliminated as well really, really soon. I really didn't like the fact that Redwood took that fight alone instead of waiting for his comrade. But then, yeah, Team RC just got eliminated. Wolfie Guy is going to be going down as well. And Team Placid, they've got destroyed. And that too by just one player. That is Pro G. Team number 1.
Unfortunately, I think he was caught out in the open between number 1 as well as the Manic
Team
Men,
Manic Men, yeah.
Man Sahab, the last surviving player for Manic Men. And in fact, I think number 1 have done an absolutely amazing favor to the Manic Men, because they have no idea that he was there, and they just saw the fight happening and they just pounced. And they have no idea that Man Sahab is there. They're not even looking for him. And he might just be able to eke out a few positional points. There are just 5 teams alive, by the way. Just 12 players alive. And this has been quite an interesting map, I have to say. Like, everyone's been fragging out. Lots of zone camping has happened. And lots of bridge camping happened as well. And so many teams lost so many players so early that... Have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen this, to be honest? Like, at phase 6, Nitish, just 12 players alive?
No, never. It's been quite a long time ago.
I mean,
but
even in Sandhawk, you would see at least 20 players alive at this point.
man, I miss Sandhawk actually. I want to see some action happening on Vikendi as well, but well, Erangel and Miramar it is, so.
I think Vikendi still has that issue about no matter how much they've tried to fix it, right? 10 cent, blue hole, etc. It's so hard to spot on that map. The visibility is just not there. And,
maybe the textures kind of blend in with the clothes and the skins and stuff like that.
And it basically hurts my face as well to try to play that game, play that map, because it's basically just blue light in your face, and no amount of blur reduction or blue light reduction from monitors is gonna help you with Vikendi. Talking about help, by the way, I think 4F. They're going to need a little bit of help very soon, because they have to move in for the zone. And because they were so central, somehow they've survived. But team number 13, that's Dark Shadow Pride, they're creeping up on their position.
Also, picking up on that specific help topic, right? I think Man Sahab could use some of the help, because right now, Pro G and his teammate, they're sort of trying to push up on towards Man Sahab because they know that he's the last player remaining from the side team Manic Men. There you go. They're just going to together as you take him down, and team number 1 going to be eliminating Manic Men right here. Now, they've got themselves the spot towards the northeast side of that specific zone. So I do think so that Hussein and squad are going to try and take the fight on towards team 4F first, because they're really, really close to them. I think Rachit and Ripper are sort of trying to find that perfect angle through which they can just snipe down the players which are coming in from the western side, that is Hussein, Slayer, and BD Commando. Whereas Zeus Esports, they've got themselves a very beautiful spot. All they have to do is to just hold on to that hill. No tensions whatsoever. I think Instinct is also trying to, go in for a bit of a flank, go in for a bit of an adventure. Because why not? He can do that. He's got himself the Mini 14. He's got himself the, I don't know, what is the secondary?
M416.
Is that that's the M4. Wait, is that an M416?
Yeah, that's his primary, you would say, rather. That's his AR.
Actually, yeah, that's his AR.
And, he's been spotted out by Slayer as well, by the way, with that SLR, but he's not going to be able to hit it.
Actually... Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do think so that we have a bit of a problem with Adi's mic, but he's definitely going to be back. But till then, I'm going to take over. We have got Zeus Esports, who are trying to take that fight on towards 2 specific teams right now. So I think so TSM is trying to spot out that player with the name of Habib from the side of team number 1. And then we've got team 4F who are holding on to the plane as well. Fat Ninja 47 trying to take the fight on towards Slayer. But is Slayer going to take any sorts of damage? That's going to be the question here. Ripper has got himself the barrel and... a beautiful Car 98. Got the barrel M762 into the hands of Hussein, and there you go, we have Adi back.
Yep, sorry about that. I've actually, I pulled a wire too tight. I mean, you can never have it too tight, but talking about too tight, Hussein needs to be really tight with his healing right now, and he needs to be tightly hugging that tree, because he's being shot from 3 different angles, and Rachit, he's going to make him pay, and he's going to take him down, and he's probably going to bleed out to the zone as well, because it is moving in. And 4F, they're just they're having the time of their lives right now, by the way, because they have so much cover. Just look at that. They have the entire plane crash, just all those little undulations, right? All that little the crevices and the rocks and everything. They actually probably have the best spot on the map right now, and it is their game to throw.
Well, we did talk about that plane crash, right? Like the plane gives just so much freedom to just play around with your enemies. You can just sort of fiddle around with them. You can just get some really good spots on top of the plane. You can get some cool little spots inside of that plane. You can just sort of play around through the wings. You can peek in with your Mini 14, your Car 98. Talking about Car 98, look at Ripper.
Yeah, he has a Mosin Nagant. It's one of the new additions to the game, and while the damage isn't as high as a Car 98, I have used it, and there is virtually no drop off. I mean, there is no bullet drop basically on it. So where you aim is where the bullet will eventually reach. And talk about the bullet eventually reaching. Team number 13, that is Dark Shadow Pride, they have bitten the bullet, so to speak, and they have been knocked out in 4th position, which is not bad for them, by the way. It is probably their best result till now. And even Manic Men, by the way, who did finish up 5th, that is actually their best result.
That's Team Zeus Esports. Yeah, Team Zeus Esports actually. They can sort of play around this specific fight against Team number 1 pretty easily. Because right now, Team Zeus Esports, all they have to care about is Team number 1, actually. Because Team 4F, they are going to take their sweet time and are making their way in towards the zone. That is phase number 8. So Instant, he has to give the amount of cover that his team needs. And he's going to do just that. The Mini 14 is doing the job. Fat Ninja 47 down to around 40 HP or something like that. Because, I don't know. Oh, never mind. The healer is definitely going to come in.
If he had an SLR for that fight, Ninja would have died. Honestly, this is what I hate about the Mini 14. It just doesn't do enough damage. And there you go. He's putting out the damage, but it's going to be Fear elsewhere who's going to take down a player from Manic. And Pro-G, he's going to fall to Instinct as well. He's been knocked out, leaving just Abhi alone for number 1. And he's going to try to go in for the res, which might be a little bit of a mistake because he's going to expose himself to 2 different teams right now. And 4F, Ripper, he's actually running in towards that, and there you go. Well, no. He's somehow going to get the res.
Oh! Wow. How is Team number 1 still alive? Ripper actually has to go ahead and, sort of try and finish them off, whereas Instant is doing quite a lot of damage as well. The zone is coming in. Adi, this is going to be a bit of a problem for Ripper. He cannot stand up. He cannot go anywhere. All he can do is just use up his utilities. He's got himself 2 smokes. Well, RIP FPS, but it's all fine. He just has to get the hell out of there right now because he needs to give Fat Ninja 47 the amount of cover he needs. I think Fat Ninja 47 is down as well, right? He's been knocked.
Yeah, there you go. He falls as well. He bleeds out, and now it's just Ripper versus Instinct and Nier. And Nier, he's just pushing up. He's going to try to take him out with his barrel, but it is a little bit of a long range. A little bit of too much of a long range for that weapon. But Ripper, he's trying to smoke it out. He's trying to heal himself, but he's being shot through the smoke. But somehow he's just going to survive it. Can he get the heal in? Yes, he can just in time. He's going to heal up. But prone Instinct. He's going to take him down. And Zeus Esports, they're going to shoot up to number 1 on the leaderboard yet again after basically putting Argus in their place, right? I really love the fact that they won this, and they won this after knocking out Argus in the 8th position. Nitish, 8th position. I think Zeus Esports, they're gonna be really happy with how this game's turned out.
Oh yeah, indeed. Like the way they have been fragging their minds out. 9 kills in this specific game. Like Zeus Esports, I have been saying this from day number 1 actually, because I know Zeus Esports pretty well. I've casted their PUBG games as well as their R6 games, and trust me, these guys, they mean business. When they start to shoot, they don't stop, and every single time they hit their target. Especially Instant, actually, I think it was day number 2 where we saw him climb up the kill leaderboard, and then he was just particularly replaced by Wolfie Guy. And well, what happened to Wolfie Guy this game? It was clearly a very sad moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was Roy, by the way, who as well, not just Wolfie Guy, but even Roy had a very sad moment for Manic Men. Where I think
Are you kidding me? Are you
That's
kidding
all
me?
right.
Really?
He saw the
Really? Are
knock
you
and he
kidding
just
me?
tried to run
Don't
in
tell
to
me you're
finish the
not
kill
good. Okay.
instead of maybe throwing in
I mean,
the
everyone
air.
like.
So,
I mean, I would like to call
but
myself
somehow,
bold
by
and
the way,
beautiful,
talking about
but
Roy,
that would be a little bit vain, wouldn't it?
I still remember the line that was said by Mamba on the ESL India Premiership 2017 desk. But yeah, I would not like to repeat it because most of them would get offended. They're going to be like, okay, he's your co-caster. Okay, you don't have to support him every time.
But yeah, I mean, talking about support, by the way, I do want to say that you should support Logitech G Esports, like the Logitech G division, by using and checking out, maybe purchasing if you are into it, the Logitech Esports kit, a great little mouse, keyboard, and headphone combination, which can get your esports career jump started.
Yeah, actually, I still remember my first mice being the Logitech G402, and it is an absolutely amazing mice, no doubt about that. Also, I have had a lot more Logitech products as well. I used to have the headsets as well, the Logitech headsets, and it used to always put me at the top of my game every single time. So I really want to tell you guys this. If you guys are looking to jump into the esports scene, or if you just want to kickstart your career in as a professional player, you guys should definitely check out the starter kit. And the starter kit is everything you need to just get into the game like quickly, instantly.
Yep. When you're checking out that starter kit, we're going to take a quick breather. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to be back with Miramar. So thank you so much for joining, and stay tuned. We'll be back in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Logitech G Esports PUBG tournament, the league, rather, the PUBG League, I would like to call it. And basically, yeah, it is time for Miramar. But before we get into that, of course, I'm Adi, and joining me on throughout this beautiful game and throughout this beautiful series is Nitish, Assassin 47 Nair. And Nitish, I just want to ask, how do you feel about the way Zeus Esports took back the top position from Argus?
Well, for them, in their own words, might be pretty simple. Ki we basically don't do anything, bro. What we do is just go ahead and use our Logitech mice. We just click on the left mouse button, and it instantly registers a headshot. Well, you can get yourself an aimbot like that as well with the purchase of a Logitech mouse. But
I
jokes
think
aside,
that is misleading advertising, though. I don't think Logitech would be happy with us saying that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean,
just joking
I
around.
mean the sensors. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, like the sensors in the 402 and even the otherwise, even the MX518 Legendary that I picked up because I love the MX518 Legendary. I mean, I used to love the old MX518 basically, so I picked up the Legendary. The sensor on that makes you feel like it's an aimbot. To be honest, it feels like it's a part of your hand, like a part of your appendage, and
Yeah.
it's just it just is so beautiful to go through.
Oh yeah.
And
Also,
yeah,
the
I
thing
mean,
is, ki, like even the new sensor, the Hero 16K sensor on the G502 and the G502 Hero is just so freaking good that you can feel the smoothness in your game as well. Like the way you just increase, you just set up your sensitivity and you're all good to go. You just go ahead and tap faces. Like it's that simple. So Logitech mices, do check them out. The starter kit. But yeah, back
Yeah.
to the topic at hand, Adi,
Yeah.
about Zeus Esports. 88
They are-
points right
yeah.
now, top of the board. You gotta add something like that.
Yeah, and two winner chicken dinners, by the way. They're the first team to get two chicken dinners now, and basically they've again carved out basically a 15-point lead over Argus, and who in turn have a 10-point lead over Placid, who are sitting languishing at 63 points, I would say at this point. And towards the bottom of the table, of course, is Panda Gaming, who has not showed up again today, and this is kind of weird, like I didn't want to bring it up in the start, but I am going to bring it up now. And why qualify for a tournament? Why go through the headache, you would say, of playing so many damn games to qualify for a tournament if you're not going to play it?
Well, the last time they didn't play, they had a bit of an internet issue. Like that is fine, okay? Like tech issues tend to happen, and we are perfectly fine with that. But due to some
Again,
personal reasons,
I do want to point out as well. All 5 of the players or 4 of the players plus everyone had a tech issue. I don't believe that. Unless they all sit in one house, which during Corona, come on. Like during
Not at
the
all
pandemic,
possible.
you really shouldn't be doing that.
But yeah, I think so.
But,
We are all ready to dive into the game as well, Adi.
Yeah, I think we are. So I think we are ready. So let's get into the game.
Let's go.
So yes, of course, this game is going to be played on Miramar. It is, of course, an alternating pattern. Every day we bring you 2 maps. The first would be Erangel usually, and then followed by Miramar. And the plane path is absolutely wonderful. It is
Yep, the plane
properly
path.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's just going exactly through the center. We've got ourselves some of the hot drops around as well. We've got Los Leones, we got Hacienda, we've got the water treatment as well. Got El Pozo, Nuevo, Monte Nuevo, and it does look like that all of these players are sort of going where exactly they are supposed to. because the pattern is sort of very similar all the 3 days. If you look at it, Argus, they tend to drop somewhere close to La Cobreria. Like they go exactly in the middle between Torre Ahumeda and La Cobreria at the north of the map. And this time around, though, they have dropped at the exact same spot. We're also going to be seeing Team RC go towards Torre Ahumada and Placid dropping close towards San Martin. So the statistics being provided to us by Gaming on P Esports is just on point, Hadi.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's gone where they want to. And that's the beauty about this plane path as well, right? They could go everywhere they wanted to because it just basically cut through the center of the map, just straight up north to south, like almost basically perpendicular. And yeah, I mean, Instinct Esports, they're going to have a good time in El Pozo. Argus, they like looting the little warehouses east of Cabrera, like you were saying. And RC, they like going to Torre Amuda. And nobody really likes going to El Azhar, apparently. And especially after the first day where we did see two teams, I think it was Argus and Instinct, if I remember correctly, who did kind of have a thing at El Azhar. And nobody ended up going there eventually. Like, nobody's gone there at all. They're just like out of it. They're like, they don't care anymore.
El Azhar can be a very dangerous place, so teams just sort of tend to walk out of there. The closest team to sort of drop anywhere around El Azhar is Team 4F, who love to drop over towards Junkyard, but this time around though they haven't gone there. Team 4F have decided to go close towards I think it's pronounced as Chumacera. Yeah, I was about to say Kumakera, but yeah, my bad.
Well,
it's very confusing,
So there is a YouTube video actually on how to pronounce all the names of the cities and of the areas in Miramar. So it is pretty nice. You should probably check it out. And yeah, so Chumacera is where 4F have decided to go instead of Junkyard. You're right. And team number 7 on your screens right now, that is Kryptonite, who've kind of not been playing really well, to be honest. Like, they haven't really been doing too well. They've just gone southeast of Picado.
Towards Hacienda, we are also going to be seeing, some of the players from the side of
San Martin.
Okay, hold on a second.
I think San Martin, you usually have, we generally have San Martin and Hacienda as a drop for Placid, by the way, and they are. Placid is in fact in San Martin, but Hacienda has actually been taken over by. Is that Underground?
No, actually, Underground is close towards La Bendita, where mostly Team Instinct Esports love to drop. But this time around, though, Team Instinct Esports have gone towards El Pozo. So Instinct Esports have basically got 2 dropouts on Miramar, and that is either El Pozo or towards La Bendita. My bad.
Depending on what they like to
play. Also the plane path, yeah.
Yeah, and already, I mean, it's barely. We're already seeing UGG, by the way, that we were talking about earlier. They had landed at near La Bendita. They've looted it up already, and they're already in their vehicles, and they're hightailing it out of there. They're trying to get position in the map already, and they're moving north. And I think they're going to go central towards those warehouses in the center of the map right now. And that's a really powerful position, by the way. Those double warehouses, not only do you get really good loot there, so you can eventually stock up on ammunition after you expend it, you can actually mow down a lot of rotating players as well, because it is like one of those stronger areas of the map.
I love to see, I really love to see Instant Esports just chilling right at the start of start of any match whatsoever. Like at the start, they never take fights. They just drop at some place, chill. They just chill out.
Sorry, sorry to cut you off, but talking about fights, it was actually Crusaders, Danny S's team, who we were talking about earlier. They're the ones who actually showed up in Hacienda, and they're going to pay the price for it. Walnut Mine, he's going to take down Danny S. He couldn't vault through the window, and now he's just trying to crawl his way to safety behind that rock, and he's stuck. And he's going to be naded to death. And I think Walnut Mine, he's out of his mind right now. Oh, it's a Molotov, in fact. And there you go. They're just pushing up on them. And I think Placid, they're making a statement right now. They're like, hey, listen, don't come anywhere near San Martin or Hacienda because we want that golden Mirage.
That's right. That's right. We definitely own that. They're gonna be like, we own this place, okay? You're not supposed. You're trespassing here right now. Just get the hell out of my property.
I think they're basically the personal death squad for the owner of Hacienda del Patron.
Del
Basically,
Patron.
yes, del Patron. Patron. They're like the personal death squad. They're just gonna go clear out Hacienda. And Mutated though, he's gonna take down Wolfie guy. He's gonna finish him off as well. All that mind, he does spot him out, but he can't do anything about it right now. And that's a player apiece right now, by the way. And it's a 3v3 going on right now. And this is a really early fight, by the way. You don't want to be taking this so early. And while Placid have actually pushed into Hacienda, Crusaders, they've moved out into the open.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to see them just move out into the open as well. But again, the situation's kind of not that good. So I think so. Jishnu is just gonna sort of bleed out to that. Like
Yeah,
I feel
he'll be
really bad.
saved.
I feel really bad for Team Crusaders, man. Like they have been. I think they have had a roster change as well today. I've never seen Jishnu playing before in Danny S's team. But yeah, all of these teams have had a bit of a roster shuffle as well.
Actually,
They've
I
had
have
their
seen-
substitutes in.
I have seen Jishnu, but I haven't seen the other guy, Insta Papa Havoc. I haven't seen Jishnu. But it seems like it doesn't matter because I think they're gonna be kicked out pretty soon. Well, that mine has been downed as well. The fight has just extended to the point of no return, basically. Both the teams are completely committed. And Dante, man, he's going to take down Papa Havoc as well, leaving just Mutated alive. And Mutated, I think he just wants to run away. Dante, he's going to spot him and he's going to take him down, isn't he? Oh, he's very low. He's going to prone out of there, but there you go. Annihilated. Every single player has been taken out by Placid. Wolfie guy was lost in this engagement, but Acolytic and Walnut Mine, they're going to be rezzed as well. And that's three or maybe four, in fact, really important kills. Really important kills.
There's really good stuff coming in from Dante, actually. Dante, he's also been one of that player from the Sata team, Placid. Like, we all know that Acolytic and Wolfie guy do a lot of heavy lifting, but nowadays... the sort of trend is changing. We are seeing the entirety of Team Placid together as a unit, fragging a lot, doing quite a lot of damage, and, sort of finishing out in a very stylish way. Talking about style, look at Mansab and Roy. They're going to be cruising around the mountains of water treatment.
And doing some somersaults while they're at it. Just for style.
Let's just hope they don't fall off the bike. oh no! What? Okay, it's just a lag. It's just lag.
Yeah, that's just bugs. That's just the PUBG servers being like PUBG for you. But yeah, I mean, I think they're rotating in and they're rotating around, and they're basically, rightfully, they've actually decided to just take this compound right here, which is sort of southeast of water treatment, and just east of them, just north of them, by the way, is Argus, and just east of them is, in those double warehouses, Underground Gaming, who I did mention that that's a very strong point as well. That's a really strong area of the map to hold, but unfortunately for them, the zone, it's cut north. While Underground Gaming would actually be happy with this because they can snipe out a few players and they can just take down a lot of the players if they decide to use that center road for rotations.
I thought that T-Max 10 is kind of just, caught up in that specific building with a car. He cannot go out. But then I came to know that there is a passage, there is an exit behind. So, the FPP cam sort of was like very confusing. I'm like, okay, what is he trying to do? Why isn't he going back?
He spotted out somebody out in the open and he's going to try to take him down. And I think that's Frixton for Team RC. Yeah, and I think he had lagged out. Because he's just... Oh no, he's not lagged out. He's actually trying to crawl his way to safety. He was just in the open. I think he was trying to take a fight with Team Argus. And he's going to pay for that with his life. That's just pounced on, by the way, by Max. That was beautiful.
Yeah, actually, it was very easy for Max to sort of spot him out as well, as there was no sorts of trees, no foliage. He was just out there in the open. I'm not really sure what exactly he was trying to do. As you said, maybe possibly he was trying to take the fight on towards Argus, but man, he shouldn't be doing that at this point.
Dude, there's just so much happening right now on the map as well. So many teams are trying to cross out. Argus has pushed up onto where RC was as well. And Underground Gaming, they've actually moved up to take position in Cruz del Valle. And Argus, they're actually gonna knock out RC. They're absolutely gonna knock them out. While on the other end of the spectrum, Instinct for Zeus Esports, the top team right now, they're just trying to make their way safely into the zone. And I do believe the Zeus Esports took out Rajdeep from RTN official as well. So they're up there in the fragging department as well. They're not just chilling. In fact, they have 2 kills. Instinct has 2 kills for Zeus Esports. He's a lone warrior right now, a lone wolf.
That's absolutely right.
He's lagging so far behind, by the way. And talking about lagging behind, if you see the complete south end of the map, 4F, I'm not sure where they've come up from, but they're in the zone. They're in the blue zone, by the way, just west of La Bendita, just showing up at Minas Generalis now. And they're probably going to run into Zeus Esports.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight to sort of spectate, because Zeus Esports, they've only got themselves, I think, how many players left? Zeus Esports have got like 2 or 3 players left. All 4?
All 4. They have all 4, but Instinct is lagging behind, and he's gonna hear this out. He's gonna hear this loud Mirado, this muscle car, the Mustang of a vehicle that I like to call it. He's gonna hear it out, and he's probably gonna try to take down Rachit. But Rachit,
Wow.
I think he's spotted them out, and he's just U-turned, and he's nope the hell away. He's basically just U-turned into the blue zone, and he's like, nope. I don't want any of this.
We don't want that fight, guys. We don't want that fight. Let's just quickly make our way over towards El Azahar and sort of try and make our way inside of the circle from over there. Actually, they can take their route towards the west side as well. But again, I think so. They are just gonna try and go towards the east side. We do have Zeus Esports further moving inside of that play zone, sort of that play area. Whereas right now, Team Axton and the entirety of Underground Gaming are taking the fight on towards Team Argus, towards Cruz del Valle. So, well, I think it's called Cruz del Valle.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Cruz del Valle. Right.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it depends if you want to pronounce it properly in Spanish or you want to just be English about it. And
It's
and
Cruz
butcher words.
it's Cruz del Valle.
Yeah, I guess.
Cruz del Valle. well, I have.
That almost sounds like that movie or something, Dilwale, in or is that a song? I'm not into
I don't
Bollywood,
know.
so I can't. Even.
Yeah, I'm not into Bollywood as well. Like I learned a lot of Spanish through Breaking Bad. Well, thank you so much for that.
I'm not sure that was the point of that show, but
But yeah, it's very fun to learn a new language and talking about new things. Look at Translucent. Well, for starters, something new is happening. They're still up and alive and kicking in phase number 3. Like we never see Translucent in squad stay alive till like the 4th phase of a specific map, and it's certainly something new to us that they are still alive.
I mean, God Squad were doing pretty well in the first 2 days, I have to say. But yeah, in day 3 and day 4, they have kind of dropped off. You are right. But talking about dropping off, it's basically dropping off your screens as of now is basically Zeus Esports who are playing edge to edge, which is kind of weird. Like on the map, right? Like if you look at it, they're just playing edge to edge. They don't want to. I think they're trying to play this really safe. They don't want to go in central as of now, and they're just like again they're sitting on the south edge of the map. And finally, by the way, 4F towards the southeast of the blue zone, they're finally out of the blue. They can finally heal up and then move into the zone. But when they do move into the zone, they're gonna end up running into Kryptonite, RTN, God Squad, as well as Dark Shadow Pride, I think.
Yeah, Dark Shadow Pride. But the interesting thing is that Team 4F, right? As I said, they're going to be moving towards the east side. They're going to sort of, try and move away from El Azahar and then move inside of that play area. Right now, we're going to be seeing BD Commando, Hussein, and Slayer who are trying to survive here because the God Squad, the gods themselves, have blessed themselves with the presence right in front of them.
Yeah, but there's so many players right now, by the way, on screen for Hussein. That is Dark Shadow Pride that we were talking about earlier. PD Commando is actually going to knock out Fat Ninja. Like I said, 4F, right? They've just run into a heck of a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble.
Basically 4 squads. I think it's 4 squads towards the southeast of the new blue zone, and it's going to be difficult. Of the new safe zone right now.
Instant Esports have to make their way inside of the play area as well, because right now they are basically at the edge of that blue zone. Like they have to quickly make their way inside as well. Dominar is gonna sort of try and get his team inside, whereas towards the northwest side of Team Instant Esports is gonna be Team Argus, who again are sitting up at that second spot on the leaderboard, guys. And I'm definitely sure that Team Zeus Esports, they don't want to give up that first spot anytime soon. So they're going to try and open fire onto the team close to them on the left-hand side, that is the west side. And we're also going to be seeing Team Underground Gaming and Argus, who are going to be in a fight really, really soon, because Argus are sort of flanking Team Underground Gaming towards Cruz del Valle.
Yeah. And by the way, Walnut Mind and Co, just on your screen there, got eliminated. That's blasted out in 13th position, so they're gonna get basically 0 frags, 0 points for their placement, but they did get a couple of frags, so that is gonna hurt them because they are third on the leaderboard, right? And that's a really bad spot to go out, and they've been caught off guard by Instinct Esports. And talking about getting caught off guard, so is team number 15, that's Infernal Gaming. They haven't had a really good showing until now in the first 3 days, and even in the first game of this day 4. They're again going to be stuck basically between Instinct Esports and Argus.
Yep. So there you go, Instant Esports. Because it's still 3 players this time around, though. Man, if they had 4, it might be possible they could have done a lot more as well. But right now, all 3 of them are alive. Like, we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of teams have only 3 players. Because, just PUBG things, Adi.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of players, they sometimes can't get into the server, unfortunately. If there's even like one packet dropped between the server and you, the server will be like, hey, you don't exist. Goodbye. And so, yeah, I mean, you basically need like a direct fiber connection to the server to make sure you're in the game. We're talking about making sure they're in the game. 4F, they're going to try to run away right now, but oh, Rachit, he's going to run into Ripper, and he's going to knock him out, and he's being shot, and he's going to get knocked out by Rudro as well, while Hussein is trying to steal that kill away from Kryptonite. There's just, like I said, right, 4F, they found themselves between four squads. And Zeus Esports on the other end, like behind, who are basically behind Dark Shadow Pride. They're just like, nope, we don't want any of this. We're just gonna play for position.
Team 4F, man, it's things are not looking good for them. Ripper is just gonna bleed out.
Infernal got eliminated by Argus, I believe, as well. So that's a lot of frags on the board for them as well. And yeah, you're right, Ripper, he's gonna bleed out outside the zone.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad for Ripper. He basically.
It was their rotation, though. I mean, you can't do much, right? If you don't send a scout out ahead on a bike, you're not going to be able to do much about it, and you're just going to run into trouble, and that's exactly what they did. They ran into like 4 squads.
Talking about scouting and bike rides and stuff like that. Where exactly are Manicman? Hello, observers. Let's see where exactly Roy is, because we really need some of that insane plays coming in from Roy.
For a change, they're actually
thank
alive.
God. Yeah, thank God they're not on top of the buildings or something like that, because Roy just loves to be on the rooftop. He's like, I've got my Mini 14, I've got my SLR, I'm gonna tap your face off.
But there are in Cruz del Valle, and all 4 of them are alive, and all of them have 0 kills. So, I mean, Manicman, it seems like they're playing for placement this time. They're not going to be maniacal about it and try to go for crazy kills. So it is good to see that they are still in it. And talking about in it, Max, he's definitely in it because he's knocked out another player. And in fact, I think Sucre finished him off as well. And that's 3 kills now for Underground Gaming. And they have a really powerful position just south of Cruz del Valle. And they've actually split as well. They've actually split across the road. So
yeah,
it is a powerful position, and there's actually 3 teams and maybe a 4th team coming in towards the church as well. I think that's RTN official. They're gonna come south into the church eventually, and that's gonna be a lot of action happening in Cruz del Valle very, very soon. And that's 4F eliminated, by the way, in the 10th position.
Look at Plavoon, man. Look at Plavon. He's having such a hard time trying to take that fight on towards Argus as well as Underground Gaming. And there you go, Instant Esports, the last player, Plavon, who was trying to survive, trying to play for that placement spot. He's gonna be going down as well. Now we're going to be
It's a
seeing
very
Zeus Esports
interesting fight.
versus Argus. That's right.
Yes,
top number
exactly.
1 versus top number 2. Let's go.
It is a very interesting fight, and Argus actually have cover of buildings, while Zeus Esports have the high ground. So it depends who's going to be OB1 in this situation and who is going to have their legs cut off. I hope you got
Man.
that reference.
Oh yes. Trust me, I got it.
Yeah,
well, I just want to take it back to that fight that we are talking about now, Argus versus Zeus Esports. Now we both know that both of them are at the top of the leaderboard, right? The first place, Zeus Esports. The second place, Argus. The viewers, they know that as well. We have got them. We have relayed the information to them as well. So this is a very important fight between both of these teams. Like that rivalry that is going on from the last few days. Right now, it's going to be settled. And Zeus Esports and Argus are going to be like, bring it on, man. Bring it on.
But to be honest, it does look like Zeus Esports don't want much of this fight right now, because they do realize that they're not in the best of positions, even though like they're taking a couple of pot shots on Deadshot is taking a couple of pot shots towards Bharat. They're basically going to decide that they don't want anything to do with this, and they're going to try to rotate out of there. And in fact, if the next zone comes in, right, once the next zone comes in, I think the hill above them is going to be a really good spot. And it is kind of clear as well right now. So yeah, they are playing this smart. They're definitely playing this smart. While team number 7,
Kryptonite.
yeah, Kryptonite has been eliminated by Dark Shadow Pride.
They sort of took their sweet time to get eliminated, by the way, because the last map we saw them going out in like the 5th or 6th phase, and this is right now the 6th phase that is gonna.
Yeah, but they did go out 8th this time instead of really early. So that is, I mean, they will get some positional points. While right on your screen, like I think even though they've just had 3 players, right, Dark Shadow Pride, they've been playing this game a lot smarter. Like this specific match, and. That action, by the way, that we were talking about in Cruz del Valle, it's going to happen, by the way. Roy's team, who don't have any frags as of now, are going to come up against Underground Gaming. And I'm pretty sure by phase 7, they're going to have to move out of that zone. Psycho Gaming, he's going to spot out Roy, but he's going to come off worse for wear. He's going to get taken down to half health, and he's going to have to heal up. And like I said, like even in the church, right, we have, it's actually not, somehow, by the way, it's number 1 in the church, and RTN official, they've just stayed north of the church on the high ground. While Zeus Esports, by the way, is bearing down on their position as well. I think Zeus Esports, if they don't know the positions of Dark Shadow Pride as well as RTN official, they're going to be in a boatload of trouble.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
never mind. Dark Shadow Pride got eliminated.
Yeah, Dark Shadow Pride just got eliminated. Yeah, this just got out of the zone. But also interestingly, do you remember Mean Matt and his incredible 1 versus 2 clutch in day number 2?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, like the last map. Yeah, on Rango.
Power, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, but surprisingly, day number 3 and 4 hasn't been that great for his team. Like, especially even in day number 4 in the first map, that is Wrangle, he didn't quite do much. And here we are still seeing them surviving phase number 6 at this point. Now, let's just hope that he's going to be able to survive a bit more, because right now we've got Wrecker from the side of team. I forgot the name, by the way.
This is
I think it's Quads. Number 1. Yeah, team number 1. Pro-G and Gang, right? So, Wrecker.
I think God Squad is already out, by the way. Yeah, they went out pretty early. And there aren't too many teams left, by the way. There's just 6 teams left, and again, just 18 players alive. Better than the last game, I have to say. Not too many players died while rotating. It's just been really good fights. And I was looking into it, by the way, and I think Zeus Esports were actually stolen of a few kills by Dark Shadow Pride. I think they took a lot of damage from Zeus Esports, and then they just bled out to the zone instead. They're like, no, we're not going to give you any kill points. You're too far up in the table already. We'll just die to the zone. Goodbye. And that's basically what happens. The Zeus Esports, they're going to feel a little bit cheated of a couple of their frags. And talking about a couple of frags, Roy's team, they finally got a couple of frags on the board. Mansahab and Hardwell, they're going to be on the scoreboard, but now they're going to find it really, really difficult to move in through the zone. They have a lot of smokes onto Roy, but they kind of need to make a choice. Do they cross the road and walk into the open arms of number 1, or do they take this fight against Underground Gaming? While, by the way, Zeus Esports, they have taken over control from RTN official of the high ground. Somehow they
Yeah.
pushed the high ground and they've knocked them out.
That's kind of interesting as well. Look at Argus, by the way. They were chilling in the south shack of that play zone.
I like what House did, by the way. He got into a vehicle and he crossed in, but little does he know, he's gonna cross straight into the open arms of Wrecker. He is alone, of course, and Mansa, by the way, has gone out to the zone.
There you go.
Oh,
Wrecker.
Wrecker
Bye-bye.
does get knocked out. So I think House knew his position. And
Yeah,
is that Eddie Summit is in the same building as well? I'm not sure House is aware of this.
I don't think so. He's aware of this. Might be possible he might have heard some footsteps or something like that. But right now, House.
He is aware. He is aware. He's smoking himself off so he can heal. By the way, Argus, they've been eliminated by Zeus Esports again.
Wow.
Again. Yet again, Zeus Esports, they are just in it. They lost 2 players. I mean, they've been knocked, but they're going to be rezzed really, really soon, and they're going to have all 4 players alive. And I think Argus actually were on vehicles, or they were on foot, I'm not sure, and they finally left that compound which they were in. And Zeus Esports, they were just waiting for it. No, Psycho Gaming, he's being shot out by Instinct as well, but he's just going to get into the cover of the smoke. And that leaves just 3 teams alive, by the way. Manic Men, Instinct Esports, and Underground Gaming. And I think Zeus Esports, oh my god, they have by far the best position. The zone has just come in and said, hey, we're going to give you this win as well.
Zeus Esports, they always get lucky, man. Like, I don't know, the god is just with them, or maybe the zone god is with them.
Some would call them luck. You would say luck, but it might be skill.
Oh,
they always
okay.
find themselves in those positions, right? So that means they know how the zones are going to go and how to play the zones. And
I see what you did there.
Skill.
I see what you did there, Adi.
But yeah, by the way, there's basically right now, Zeus Esports are just spectators in this fight that is happening between Roy and Co, which is Manic Men and Underground Gaming. Psycho Gaming, he's going to spot out Instinct, but he's going to get shot out by Deadshot as well. And I think, well, House as well as Hardwell, they're going to be knocked out. Manic Men are out. That is 3rd position for them. And now Zeus Esports, they just want to push in. And Psycho Gaming, he was healing up, and he's going to get knocked out, and he's going to get finished off as well. And that's Eddie Summit. He's going to get caught out in the open, and Deadshot, he's going to knock him out as well. While Max does knock out Near, but it might not be enough. It definitely won't be enough, because there you go. To the zone goes Max 10. And that's Zeus Esports again with the winner chicken dinner. Again and again and again, Nitish. They're unstoppable right now. And oh my god, the kills. 8 kills on Deadshot alone. Instinct with 5 as well. And Fear with 1. And Near just had nothing to do because his teammates were like, no, we're not letting you take anything. That's 14 frags, and 13 of them just across 2 of the players on Zeus Esports.
That is insane, man. Zeus Esports. Well, what can I say? It's just insane to see them play, and today has been by far their best day ever. Like the way they have been fragging their minds out, the way they have been blessed by the zone, the entire shrinking of the zone, and them getting some insane position up on the hills, them getting some insane covers through the building and whatnot. They were just too good today. Too good. I've got no words now.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically how it is, right? Too good. And again, this is the 2nd time they've knocked out Argus, by the way. They were the team who found Argus. And I just want to say Argus is 2nd in the leaderboard. And they got knocked out as well. But I do want to mention that Manic Men, finally, a good placement performance by them, but not enough frags. Just 3 kills for them, but they did finish up 3rd as well. So I do believe that's 6 points plus another 3. For those kills, but it might not be enough.
Yeah,
I think
like the entry of House into the roster was kind of good in a way, because as soon as House jumped into the roster, and the entirety of Manic Men got a little bit of chill. They're like, guys, it's day number 4. We have thrown enough. We have had Roy up in places where he shouldn't be. we have had a lot of other players out there in the open as well. Now, enough of the fun. Let's just try and place ourselves at a better place on the leaderboard so that, Adi and Assassin can stop ranting about us every single time.
Yeah, I mean, but there is not much more to rant about. I think we are done for the day, Nitish, because Zeus Esports, I think they're gonna I think they might just cross 100 points at this point. At this time, I think they might just cross 100. I think they definitely will. In fact, cross.
Yeah, they were sitting
points.
at 88, right? And with 14 kills and another chicken dinner.
24, yeah.
Easy. Yep, let's go. Let's go above 100.
All right.
Yep, they definitely will.
So I think so. We are all ready to get it onto the cam as well.
Today.
So yeah, let's go ahead and show ourselves our beautiful cams on the face. Hello, detective. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so basically, as I was saying, right, there is, I mean, that is just Zeus Esports again running away with it. And I think they had a little bit of a disappointing performance in their own standards the last day, in day 3, which was last Sunday, right? And I think they would be a little disappointed with that. So they made up for it. They've definitely made up for it. And I say disappointed, by the way. They did finish up 5th and 2nd, but they didn't have too many kills to go with it. I think they only had 3 and 7. So, I mean, it is crazy how good they've been performing. And yeah, I think the scoreboard has been updated for us as well, Assassin, and 112 points.
Let me just
That's where Zeus Esports sits right now with 58 kills and 3 winner chicken dinners. And that's 2, by the way. That's the first time on day 4, by the way. Now it's 4 days in, and for the first time, both the chicken dinners on the day are taken by Zeus Esports.
Like I'm completely blown away looking at the stats right now. Deadshot, like the way he climbed up the kill leaderboard as well. Like he was nowhere near the top 5. And suddenly he's right there at the 5th spot with 16 freaking kills, out of which 8 are just from that last Miramar game.
Yeah.
Like I think his IGN comes very, very, very good. Like Deadshot, DC, Arkham, let's go. Yeah.
Going with that theme, Instinct clearly has the instinct about circles as well. Sitting at 20 kills, plus he always finds a way to backstab, flank a couple of players as well. So I think that was beautiful as well. But do you have any closing thoughts, Assassin, or do you think we are done?
I think so. We are mostly done. But again, guys, to all of those teams who were not able to perform today, we do have got a lot more days to sort of make up for the mistakes that you did. I know it takes some time to sort of evolve and analyze all of the plays coming in from all of these players, but it's just just a positive feedback that you guys have to just be on the lookout as to what exactly is happening around you guys. Sometimes I see these teams, they're just completely clueless, as to what exactly is happening, where these teams are coming in from. Yeah, sometimes these guys are just out in the open. Like in the Miramar game right now, we saw T Max 10 getting that easy kill, right, onto the player who was standing out in the open.
Yeah.
Like, come on, why would you take that fight on towards Argus in the first place? You have got no cover whatsoever. You're out in the open. You've got, I think he only had a mini 14, and I think he was trying to snipe out Team Argus, where T Max 10 came in from behind, and he just pounced in on him. He's like, "Hello, bhaiya, kya kar rahe ho?"
And yeah, maybe a little bit of feedback for Crusaders as well. Do not go to Hacienda del Patron ever again.
Do not trespass private property.
Yes, because Placid will kick you out of there and then make you pay for it with your life. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are done for the day. Please check out the Logitech Esports Starter Kit. A beautiful little combination of a mouse, keyboard, and headset. So while you check that out, I think we can just say our final goodbyes, because we will be back tomorrow at the same time with day number 5 with 2 more games of Erangel and Miramar. So see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye-bye. Ta-da.